Hey guys, Viggoman here and welcome back. Today we are building a brand new castle. This castle here today is inspired by my trip to Belgium, where I saw the most beautiful gatehouse I've ever seen, called the Halle Gate. And you know me, whenever I see something beautiful, my head just starts spinning and I'm getting inspired and ready to do this thing myself in Minecraft. So I just had to sit down, plan it out and start building this beautiful castle here and integrate it with the world. And the way I'm doing that is that I'm building it up in the mountains in a small mountain pass which will lead into the capital of Meria called Leiden. And the castle here will be sort of a gatehouse, keeping the people from the kingdom in the north away from here, or at least making sure that only the good guys come through and into the kingdom of Meria through the mountain. The gate is further away from the city to be part of the city defense, so it's a standalone castle kind of acting as a gate to the kingdom itself. One of the key features to this castle is the massive semicircular shape on the one side facing out from the kingdom, and then the flat face facing inwards. And then we have some towers and stuff just kind of decorating that, almost like a D shape looking castle, and it's such a cool vibe, so simple, but it really works. And as always, I do make my own artistic choices here when it comes to building the castle. I want this castle here to be grounded in the world of Ushea, but also act as a defense and as a castle where people would be living. So there's a lot of changes from the actual Halle Gate. Welcome to the first person part of the video, where we take a look at what has been built in the time-lapse in detail and walk about, look at the rooms, look at the features and details and all that sort of stuff. We are now here on the southern side, kind of looking north towards the castle, where we have the flat facade and the tower in the middle, and honestly I love the view from here. The road here from the castle will lead through the mountains and down and into this area here, where the capital of Meria sometime will be built. And this is, as you can see, kind of a flatter area in the mountains where it's possible to walk through into the kingdom of Nordheim in the north here. So there's going to be a road leading kind of this direction here toward the main part of Nordheim, and this is kind of the only way through the actual mountain range here. Of course, we have to kind of make a little bit of a lore that it's not possible to actually cross these mountains anywhere else, at least not with an army. So Halle Gate is the way to get through the mountains. Otherwise you have to walk all the way around. And this is what it looks like from the north, looking south at it. And this is probably my favorite part. I really like the tower in the center there, kind of on top of the main gate, and then the circular walls covered with the crenellations on top. Very happy with how this turned out, and yeah, I'm very happy with the way this castle kind of sits in the mountain, and kind of as a way of settling the style for Meria, which is very undeveloped so far. So it's been a lot of fun. I'm really hoping that you guys will enjoy the castle and the tour and all that sort of stuff. If so, make sure to let me know down below with a comment. Now let's get started here. I think what we'll do is we'll go through the way that your enemies would come through the gate. This area here is completely undone. I will eventually connect this all up, but yeah, so we get through the gate here, and then we walk up and we get into another hallway, or one hallway here. On both sides there are arrow slits. It's quite dark in here, but it's moody. You want to scare off your enemies a little bit, I guess. So we have arrow slits on both sides here. kind of covering you from every angle. And then you get to the end and you have to move up. And this is sort of the arrow slits, of course, is to add a nice way of defending this place if people get through the gate. But also having this snake pattern, or where we have to kind of turn, and I'll show you, we'll turn another way around here. It's going to make it even harder to bring rambles and other siege weapons and stuff like that into the kingdom. So it's just a nice way of kind of forcing smaller groups of people and stuff to move, rather than big massive vehicles and siege weapons through the gate. So that leads out to the front yard here, and I guess we will check out the castle itself. So let's go through here and get into the main castle. Oh, whoops. There we go. So this is the hallway here, and we'll check all of this out, but we'll go downstairs first and check out the behind the scenes of all the arrow slits we saw earlier. So we go down here. We have this cool room leading into a hallway where we have, actually, you know what? Can I get some light in here? Because it's a little dark, and I like that. There we go. So here we have the arrow slits looking down out at the entrance. And you can walk around here. We have some storage below in the cellars here. And in general, there's just like a lot of stuff being stored down here. Using the hallways as storage as well. Makes sense, I think. And this goes all the way through, and then we have arrow slits on the other side. So, really cool. I love these small hallways and all the archways and stuff like that. Really making it feel like loomy and underground kind of, yeah, scary. So very happy with that. Alright, let's go upstairs and continue our tour of the castle. So this is the hallway here, and in to the left here we have kind of another hallway leading into the staircase, so we'll check that out in a little bit. But before we get there, let's check out a little storage room here, but it's actually connected to some arrow slits facing outwards here. So this is kind of in the curve, kind of towards where the road will be in the future down there. So yeah, that's kind of nice. And on the, yeah, nice fireplace as well to heat up the hallway. On this side here, we get into some of the utility spots. Straight ahead, we have the kitchen area. This is where I cook all the food and stuff. And similarly as the other side, we have arrow slits here alongside the curved wall here. This is all connected to a small bedroom for some of the servants and the guards and stuff in here. And this one also leads to the other curved room here. And then up here we have arrow slits straight on top of the gate, where, yeah, you can kind of cover them for nighttime to make it a little bit warmer in here for the people sleeping. So yeah, it's kind of cool. And then, yeah, just this hallway connecting all of it. Around here we're back at this hallway here, and straight ahead we have another sneaky arrow slit facing at the ramp leading upwards here. So you're being shot at from every angle if you're trying to invade Meria, especially through the Halle Gate here. Alright, so here we have the staircase, which is in the tower, and it's pretty cool. You can see all the way up here. This is one of the key features of the interior of the actual Halle Gate, which I tried to recreate, where we have this nice like pillars going up alongside the stair, and then we have some statues kind of scattered around as well. So yeah, I think it worked out. It's pretty cool. So you wrap around here, and it just kind of continues all the way up. At this level here we have the feast hall and all that sort of like halls of the castle. So we have the feast hall in the center here. I'm very happy with this interior here. I love the pillars and the vaulted ceilings and the details on the walls here. So yeah, the feast hall in the middle. On the left side here we have a small ballroom. So as you can see here, it's my interpretation of some instruments. Here we have a harp, we have some sort of sitar or some kind of string instrument, and a drum over here. So this is my like band here playing, and then we're dancing in this hall here. And in the back here we have a little storage room, kind of having some extra chairs and benches and things for additional people if we need. On the other side we have more of a more relaxing area here, where we have a sitting area for maybe just having a drink after dinner and stuff, and then just enjoying the view over the capital and the Sea of Sunset, which is, or the Bay of Sunset, which is the water you see from here. Yeah, and we have some nice alcoves on both sides of this. Yeah, this leads out into another small storage room. All right, let's continue up. We'll go into the nice staircase again, wrapping around here and leading up to another hallway. Again, very happy with the interiors of this castle here. On our right we have a library, so a nice place to sit and read, and there's tons of books in here. Pretty cool. And then straight across the hall we have a bath. So we have a tub here where you can fill with water and have a bath, and we have a little oven here to heat up the water. We have some towels stored in this little rack system here. And actually over here we have a garderobe. So this is where you kind of sneak over the edge of the castle and do your things straight down there. Pretty convenient, get it straight out of the castle straight away. So very nice. I like this little spa kind of feeling we have here. Alright, next to that we have a bedroom. This is one of many bedrooms, or not too many, but there's a couple of bedrooms in this place. Very ornately detailed with the walls and the texturing and stuff. I think it's cool. It sort of tells the wealth of the family at this place. So really cool. Across the hall again we have another bedroom. A little bit of a different design, but still kind of flashy, kind of colorful, and cozy, and yeah, very happy with that. Then at the edge here we have just a little storage room, and similar on the other side. But in the center we have a small sitting area and some beautiful views over the northern kingdom of Nordheim. So that's cool. And then in here, yeah, more storage, all that sort of stuff. Alright, let's continue on our way upwards through the stair tower here. Here we have, as you can see, some big vaulted ceilings all the way at the top. We have some windows letting in some natural light as you progress upwards as well. And another statue up here. So there's 3 statues built into the stairwell here, which is kind of cool. So now we are at kind of the top of the castle. So here we have another hallway. And I figure let's go straight first. This is the master bedroom. We have a big bed, flashy colors, as you would have guessed here. And this leads into a small like sitting area for them. And then all the way up here, well, we have the ladder just taking you up to a little bit of a storage, maybe like a private storage area for them, where they have some stuff mainly used for the master bedroom. And then on this side we have another bedroom for some of the servants. So this is like a place for them. We have a nice fireplace for them and some sitting areas and a couple of beds for the servants, kind of working at the upper levels of the castle. But this then leads out to the battlements, which I'm very happy with. They kind of cover the entire outer side of the castle like that. And we have these really cool turrets on the corners. Yeah, actually thinking about it, mostly for decorational purposes, as your enemies would most likely come from this direction. The turret doesn't do too much, but it's part of the design castle of Halle Gate, and I really wanted to have it, so yeah, don't mind that. Then we have some of these matriculations here where you can shoot straight down along the wall as well, so really cool defense on this place. Outside here we have a tower. This is only mostly for decorational purposes here, where we have a couple of windows and stuff like that, and a flag. Really cool. And over here, yeah, just some minor stuff. So let's go back inside again and go across the hallway here to another bedroom. Here we have one. Very cozy. And this also leads out to the other side after the fence and that sort of stuff. Really cool. Now let's move up once again. There's so many levels to this castle. On this side we have storage, just like that. Nothing too fancy. And similar on this side here, just some storage up in the attic here. But it works. Not every room has to be fancy. But here we get on top of the tower and we have is it called a solar? Like the upper levels. This is where they can kind of come, just relax, talk, get some nice warmth in the fireplace here, and just like enjoy life of being a noble. So yeah, that's pretty cool. So this is the topper part, and this is the last room of the castle, I believe. And so far we actually haven't had any unfinished rooms. Yay me! That's gonna be a first. I usually there's always one room that's unfinished. Well. Alright, let's go back outside again. And there's two buildings adjacent to this. So we have this building here. Below we just have some storage, like that. And next to that we have a stable. So we have a couple of stalls for some horses and stuff up here as well, for the guards and the nobles and stuff. Here we have the collecting area for the garderobe up there. Pretty nasty. Yeah. There's a small walkway which leads up here to a small like back area here. On this side, on top of the storage room, we have another area for servants and guards to sleep. Yeah, and then just some storage all the way up here. So this is a place where they can cook some food and just heat up and kind of just live their lives when they're not on duty. And then there's actually a small like storage area on top of the stables as well, like that. This is all connected to the battlements on the side here, which is kind of built into the mountainside here. So we kind of use the natural defense of the steep mountains and just kind of extending on that and connecting it to the gate itself. Now that is it for the castle here, the Halle Castle, built to protect Meria. I'm very happy that it turned out the way it did, and I really hope that you guys enjoyed as well. If so, make sure to smack the like button, and if you haven't done already, consider subscribing. It's been Viggoman, and I'm out.